So, I want to know what we're going to zero in on. We're going to hit that 0 point. Let y'all accompany me on the way home. Shit. So what we going to zero in on today? I think we could talk about, since all this noise out here, we could talk about some horsepower. I'm in the car right now. Okay, so horsepower. Okay, let's talk about how domesticating a horse or the equine beings or creatures, whatever you want to call them, animals, relate to us. So we got these equine creatures. You got the Pegasus, you got the unicorn, you got horses that give you horsepower. So in the 10th century, which is from I believe from 900 to 1000 BC, first millennium, you got the Mongols, who infiltrated a lot of civilizations, if you want to call it that, and they was riding on the backs of horses. Not only that, the horses, they were able to, in battle, because look, horses was used for war, to herd, as a companion. So these Mongols, which are connected to lunatics, I would say lunatics. I had a little vision on the Mongols about a few months ago. And the Mongols, lunatics, lunar, they come from the moon. Because it holds on the frequency of mind, which is moon. Same thing. Like a monkey, monkey. So they were using these equine creatures in battle, in war. And these people revolutionized the way they use horses. And this shit was some form of technology. This form of technology was simple as a stirrup. You know what a stirrup is? You know how you got the saddle, then you got the shit that you put your feet on? That's a stirrup. So the Mongols created this technology and whatever you call it, whatever you call that word, can't even say that shit, revolutionized the art of war. See, this stirrup gave them the ability of how to properly position their body on the saddle, on the horse. In fact, they was able to, using their bow and arrows and being on the back of a horse, they was able to ride backwards while shooting at their enemies. Like some sort of drive-by. So see, when you get in the car nowadays, the ancestors yo, what the fuck is going on? I can't understand this shit. See, that's horsepower, but that's a bike. Ancestors what the fuck is this? They can't connect with that because they used to ride on horses. So So horsey, if you use that frequency, if you break down syllables in that word, it's a horse, but it's the C of the horse. The C, vision, and vision also is associated to travel. Because if you have a vision, you know your travels. So this is why a horse is associated to travel. And traveling is associated to air. That's the being that's closest to travel. From one point to another point, the fastest way will be a bird. That's where you get the Pegasus from. But nevertheless, you got, talking about a horsey. So the waters of the horse. And the waters is associated to the moon. The moon pushes the waters, gives us the waves, the tides, low tide, high tide. It is in control of the waters. The mother, birth, gives birth, water breaks. So the Ma frequency, the mother, is controlling the primordial waters, any external waters, the oceans, the seas, horsey. So now you got that. And then we can talk about the apocalyptic horses. They're in the Bible, right? The 4 horsemen. 4 horsemen. I think one was conquest, one was famine, one was war, and one was death. I'm not saying it in no particular order. But you got those 4 horses. Now, if you break down I believe the etymology of the word, if you break it down in syllables or in 2 separate words, apocalypse, apoca, means to shorten or belittle. And then you got lips. So shorten my lips. Or belittle my lips. Which means to stop my voice from reaching out. My voice. Not just my voice, the message in my voice. So then we could jump to, why would it shorten my voice? Why is apocalypse trying to belittle my speech, my message? One thing that could belittle or shorten your message could be why. I was trying to go live with this too, because this shit is off the head, so I'm not linear with this. I'm trying to be concise, but my brain is all over the place. There's so many things that correlate with so many other things with that one thing, because it's not just linear. It's a whole layers of dimensions. So then, what's one thing that's trying to belittle or shorten my message, my voice? We could then jump to, you know what you call a female horse? I think there's a couple names, but you know what's one name for a female horse? A mare, M-A-R-E. What's another word that has the word mare in it? Nightmare, like a nightmare. So there's dreams, and then there's nightmares. And then the word dreams is associated to water. And you got mare, nightmares, terrible visions when you go in the unconscious realm. these teachings, Bardos. But, so a mare is a female horse. And then you got nightmare. So when I go to sleep, I'm in the body of a horse. A female horse at that. And I think the difference between a male horse and a female horse is that sometimes you got to keep the female horse separate because of their emotional state. They're kind of cranky. They're up and down. They don't really know what they want. So you really got to link in and sink in with these female horses. And they keep them separate. Probably due to their hormones. So look, H-O-R, and then you got horse. Hormones, horse. It's all connected. So when I go to sleep, I'm in the body of a female horse. And not just the body of a female horse. I'm in the body of a dark female horse. What could be a dark female horse? Emotions are imbalanced. Hormones. I'm in that world. So hormones, I believe, release certain molecules to go to different parts of the body, different organs, and tell those organs and those cells and those organs what to do. So it throws the whole shit off. So back to that question, was trying to shorten or belittle my message. So if you have a nightmare, you can wake up and it can affect your reality. Shorten, because if you dwell on that nightmare or dream or whatever insecurities that dream reveals, which is a code, and you have to be able to decipher that, like kind of like lucid dreaming. You have to question that in that state. Question that in the dream. You can question that out here, but that can shorten your reality because you're trying to decode what was in that realm, and you're not going to be fully present in the now. So it can shorten that. Belittle, because it can make me feel like shit, and that's due to my experiences out here. It can make me feel like shit because a dream or nightmare can make me feel like shit due to the emotions that I got bottled up inside of me. Therefore, I'm not able to carry motherfuckers on their travels. So, this is how it's all correlated. Shit is off the head too. So then you go back to the apocalyptic horses. Man, I can't talk today. So you got conquest, war, fame, and death. And there was a dark horse, black horse. Dark, correlating that to a female horse. Whatever entity was riding it was in the possession of some scales. Probably famine, scarcity of food, scarcity of energy. Something is feeding off. But that's where I guess Poseidon, right? Poseidon and Medusa had a baby, and one of them was Pegasus. So you get the serpent-like being, which is Medusa, and Poseidon, the god of the waters. See how it's all correlated? But this is Medusa. This is where you get the Pegasus from. The scales, the serpent, the dragon, has wings. So it's able to fly. It's able to have the ability of sound and travels. Because sound travels unless it's bouncing off an object. So that's why the horse grew wings and needed to fly. Like the serpent, like sound. But I believe these equine animals, beings, were put here because they needed to go through everything we went through as far as war, as far as giving us safe travels, and travel these long distances. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't even be here right now. So we owe a plethora, an abundant amount of gratitude towards these animals. But I could even go back to what I said, the horse sea. The seahorse. I'm already here though. So we can talk about that next time. Yeah, I was trying to go live. I guess I don't know how to fuck with it yet. I'm gonna hang this video up. I gave y'all enough thought-provoking messages. Hopefully y'all get a download from it.